Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Clickbait. So happy to be here. We have a lot of Bachelor Nation good news to talk about because we have some couples getting engaged, some couples getting engaged twice. So we'll talk about all that. And then our very special guest, in my opinion, he's pretty much the star of the show. Brandon is coming on today, so can't wait to talk to him. It seems like him and Serene have the strongest relationship. I can't wait to hear more about it. But in the meantime, Tia, you said you're belchy today.
I am.
Can you talk about that?
Damn, Joe.
Can you tell us about that?
I ate some buffalo chicken dip at approximately 10 a.m. So
Okay.
a little heartburny. I've had a Pepsid. Yeah, so if you hear any rumbling, it's me trying not to burp into the mic.
What are you craving? What's like your pregnancy crave right now?
Cereal
Cereal.
and cold
Okay.
milk.
What kind of cereal?
Special K.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
Special K
Special
red
K.
berries.
Wait, so Joe, it was Serena's birthday. Tell us what
Oh,
you
yeah.
did with that.
It was
Her
Serena's
golden
birthday.
birthday. That's a big one.
Her golden birthday. We went to Carbone, which is kind of like, a gift for her, but also a little gift for myself too. Had a really nice dinner, spicy rigatoni. We ate a lot. Had wine. I got her gift. I got her a trench coat.
Oh,
which-
now you can tell us. Yes.
Yeah, trench coat, which she really wanted a trench coat. That's really nice. I really like it. It looks great on her. It's like a brown.
Is she posting it?
She is actually going to take photos now with it. So we'll see. Hopefully she drops it soon. But it's very like New York-ish, like one fine day, Michelle Pfeiffer kind of look. It's a great gift.
You saw that. And
Oh, yeah,
said,
she has
this is-
great style. She has
this
great
is it.
neutral style.
This is it.
Yeah.
Is it rainproof? That's what we need to know. Is it rainproof? Because it's been gloomy in New York. Yes.
Something I've realized since living in New York, now I've only been here for about like 6 months. I mean, came here a bunch of times before I moved, but it rains a lot in New York. Like Chicago, when it rains for an hour and then it stops, and it really doesn't rain that much. New York, it's like raining every other day.
Yeah.
Does that affect your mood? Like seasonal depression?
No, I excel in the rain. I do. And I love October. I love November. But yeah, enough about me, guys. Should we
Well,
start?
I do get sad, but not because of the rain, because of the weather change. And actually, the weather in New York, it's been nice. It's been 67, 70.
Oh, yeah. That's how Nashville's been
70.
too.
Yeah, it's been
So
nice.
nice.
It's been really nice. So I'm excited. And I'm also, as you guys know, Maddie's wedding is this weekend.
Oh,
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. I get to see all the girlies.
Where are you go? Where is it? Dallas?
It's in Dallas. Yes,
Okay.
it's in Dallas. And I have not packed yet. Haven't tried on my dress yet.
Oh.
So doing all that today.
Are you in the wedding or just going?
No, not into it. I am an attendee.
I love being a guest.
I
love being a guest at a
I
wedding.
do think Kiki might be in it. from
I
our
can't wait to
season.
see pictures. I'm sure it's going to be extravagant and beautiful.
Are you close with Messa? If you were getting married right now, would she be invited?
No.
I appreciate the honesty.
but I would have a party, and
Yeah.
like that's my vibe. Like my actual wedding, because I want it to be very small because I have a huge family and I want to give my love and like support to like my family during that time. But I would have a big party, and absolutely she would be invited.
Okay.
Absolutely,
Okay.
I
I
love
would have
that.
a wedding party. Yeah. So
Kind of
that's
wish we
just-
would have done that now.
Yeah, that's
Well,
I don't have time for. I literally have lived in New York, LA, and Chicago. Like I know a ridiculous amount of people.
And the
So-
ceremony lasts like 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Let me have that with like my immediate family, which is like 60 people, and whoever he is, and then I'm gonna have a big ass party, big old.
That's
party.
fun.
That's
Yeah,
what I want to do.
That's
So,
the
we'll
best
see.
part.
all right. Well, all right. That's great. Good to know.
Should we get into it? Speaking
Yeah,
of
let's-
weddings,
let's do it.
We're going to have so many coming up. Big engagement weekend in Bachelor Nation. 3 that we know of. There could have been more. Who knows? But first one, Dean and Kaylin. Are we surprised by this engagement?
No,
I
we
actually
knew it was
could-
gonna happen.
Oh yeah,
Because he was hesitant to do it. Not because I don't think they're a good couple. but because he was just hesitant to get married.
Based off of Dean's personality, and I've met Dean a handful of times. I really like him, but he does strike me as somebody that's like, I could be with someone forever, and I don't need to actually get married. But yeah, I mean, I'm really happy for them, and they seem to be like a very strong couple, and they seem to work really well together. I mean,
do we believe this story that he lost?
Oh, did you see that?
The 4.5 carat engagement ring.
In the garage.
The original. He lost it. He was like, oh, it might be in the garage somewhere.
Yeah.
He put it in a junk drawer and lost it.
I need to talk about that. Because
That's a lot.
When I read that, I was like,
I think it's made up.
You think it's not real?
I think he made it up.
No, I don't think he made that up. I had honestly, when I first went on the show, I had a sick gold chain.
Did you?
I did. I loved it. It was my favorite chain. It was like my favorite piece of jewelry.
MC Joe, grocery store Joe with my big ass chain.
It was, and I lost it. I lost it.
Big drip.
Man.
What you call it? Hey.
But like an engagement ring, damn! Like you gotta put that shit in a sock somewhere, like in your drawer.
Okay, I have many guy friends who have been engaged to, or doing the whole thing. First of all, the way and listen, you can ask Taylor of this maybe, but the way that guys are like, it's burning a hole in their pocket. They're looking for it every day. They're like, oh gosh, should I do it now? Like it normally happens so quickly. Every single guy that I know that has been engaged in the last, 3 years, they've all told me like, as soon as I got the ring, like I had to do it like within 2 weeks. Like
Taylor
it was crazy.
and I lived together. Like you can't just hide something. He had to hide it in his shoe.
But like, and then what? The dog ate the shoe
for a few days.
Like how you gonna put it in a garage? Don't y'all live in a van? Wait, what? Like, I'm like, come on, put it in a glove compartment, babe. Like, lock it. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, there's something
Dean's also,
so crazy.
But Dean's also not like, he's climbing mountains in Pakistan. Like the guy's worried about if he's gonna survive. Maybe he's just was like, yeah, it's
essentially,
a ring.
I think he proposed because he knew Kaylin wanted to be engaged and married.
Yeah.
It's essentially like what he said in his interviews, like, oh, she makes way more money than me, and I'm having to buy this expensive ass ring. I'm like, oh, Dean.
I want to know what's going on, and I still can't get over this garage. I'm about to send a search crew to his house. Like, what? Where is my ring? Where is my ring?
Damn. Be like, sorry, girl, I had a 4.5 carat emerald, but.
If I had to bet, I would say he finds it. I bet he eventually finds it. If not, they better put a lock code on that garage because somebody's gonna find it.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sorry. I heard there was a leak in your garage. I am here to fix that leak and find your ring and take it.
Well, despite all that, we are excited for them. Congrats to them.
Absolutely.
Can't wait to see what mountain they get married upon. Also, Crystal Nielsen from my season of the show is engaged to her baby daddy. I thought they were already engaged.
I was just going to say, that's what I actually thought they were married.
Yeah.
I thought they were married.
thought they were already married.
Yeah.
I knew they weren't married because it was a whole thing that they were like pregnant without being married.
The timeline was very interesting with announcing her divorce and then announcing the new guy and then announcing the pregnancy. Hey, no shame. I also moved quickly, but I'm excited for her. They do seem really happy, and their little girl's precious.
Yeah.
So good for them too.
Lots of cementing the love. You fall in the love and then you cement the love.
Right.
Actually, it's great that Brandon's going to be on the show because I'm ready for him to cement the love too.
Oh yeah, they're so freaking cute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, our third engagement of the week. Becca and Thomas are engaged again. He officially proposed to Becca after Becca proposed to Thomas some months back.
Yeah.
So they are officially double engaged.
They're double engaged. Is that going to be a new thing now where you have to actually get double engaged in order for it to count?
Guys, I'm glad. I really want to talk about this now for a second because you guys know I love them and I'm so happy for them.
By the way,
But-
Thomas, if Thomas is listening, and I hope he gets this, he owes me an expensive dinner because I told him I bet the Phillies were gonna beat San Diego, and he likes San Diego. So, but go on, keep going.
Do you guys bet an expensive dinner?
Yeah, he owes me dinner.
Oh, he would never bet against the Padres. Have
I
you
know.
seen how he acts?
Yeah, what?
I know he owes
Okay.
me dinner. Yeah.
Okay, well, I hope he does that for you.
Okay,
Why don't you just text him?
I will.
Yeah,
I'm
fucking
going to.
weirdo.
Thomas, if you're out there in the world. Okay. Anyways, I have a girlfriend who just recently got engaged, and we were, they just moved in together. We were unpacking her place, and she goes, we're having a little wine, these are wine questions, right? She goes, don't you think it's a little weird that like the whole time you're engaged, the woman has to wear a ring and the guy doesn't have to wear a ring? Like, don't you think that's weird? And I was like, I don't
I
know.
never
It's
really
just,
questioned it, I guess.
it's just been like that. But like Thomas and Becca both have their
both
rings.
have rings. Yeah.
You know what?
Okay,
Even though they're not
okay,
married.
but this is what I will say. At least
Okay. I want to know what you
think-
guys think about
and
this.
I
'cause
could be
never
wrong.
really thought about it.
I could be wrong, but I believe that women want a diamond ring, like they want the wedding ring. Men, on the other hand, I don't know if they necessarily want. Like, I personally don't like wearing rings on my finger. I'm
you
going
want the
to.
marriage. You don't really care about the ring.
Yeah, like I have big hands. I don't like a ring.
Okay, but you're going to
Yeah, I'm gonna, but
for the
you
rest
know.
of your life.
Yeah, don't even take it off
I mean,
ever.
But rings are dangerous on guys' fingers. Like I think it was
Are
Jimmy.
you working in fucking farm equipment? What do you mean?
I think it was Jimmy Fallon or so. I think it was Jimmy Fallon that like almost had his finger had to get cut off because the ring got caught on there.
Tia, do you think Taylor would wear an engagement ring?
I think if I proposed to him, yeah, but not just randomly. I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay, and
Because in my mind, it would seem like I'm insecure and need people to know that he's like locked down if he's not with me.
okay, insecure.
Does that make sense?
Okay. It's like that claim thing,
Yeah.
right? So why is it so? But wouldn't you be upset, or not upset, but like, wouldn't you be like, why aren't you wearing your ring if you guys were married, or you wouldn't care?
Oh, if we're married, yeah, he needs to have it on.
See,
Once we're
it's
married.
interesting. Once you're married, though,
Yeah.
See,
Now it
that's-
just seems like, oh, well, here's this.
because that's just how it
It's not
is.
as special. Yeah, I think it's just I've never questioned it before.
Yeah,
he
see,
would,
it's-
he would though if I was like, hey, I really would like for you to wear this.
I would just like to say I love that Thomas has been wearing a ring for the last 5 months,
Oh, and
and now
he's
she
proud
gets
of
to
it,
wear
owns
hers.
it.
Yeah, I just love it. I really do. I think it's great. I love
He's
it.
been designing this ring for a long time too. He was telling me and
Becca's ring.
Taylor about it back in April. The ring that he proposed to Becca with. He's been designing this
It's
thing.
so beautiful.
So beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I love. Okay, great.
Okay, that wraps up our engagements, but we do have one more breakdown. Rachel Recchia announces that she moved to California and she posted some photos on the beach. Joe, how do you feel about the photos?
Yeah, I think they are. I mean, that's the kind of photo you take when you move to California. You're on the beach. It does look like it's a little chilly out there, and it is October. But she had a rough breakup.
hot.
She
been
had a
hot
rough.
there.
I think she looks so good. She looks
Yeah, she looks great. She had a rough breakup. Those photos to me signify like, hey, I'm single.
I'm out here.
I'm here. I just moved to LA. Let's go. And good for her. Good for
Yeah.
her.
Has any bachelorettes that you guys know moved to New York after their season? It's always LA, seems, huh?
It seems like everyone's moving to LA. Tasha.
No.
Tasha lives here.
Oh, but she's from California. Yeah, no, you're right. Tasha moved here. Yeah. Tasha moved
I
here.
thought she
But
lived in
because
both.
because Zach lived here though. That was where her man was.
Well, I
Wait.
think she lived here with Zach for a little bit, but then when they broke up, she's like, I love New York, so I'm going to move to New York. But I think she always wanted to live here.
Okay.
Did,
All
did
right. Well, that's
Gabby
good.
already live in LA?
Gabby's, yeah, I think Gabby lived in LA.
Gabby already
Okay.
lived in LA. Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, someone who's like, where do I go? It's like LA. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems to be LA now. Like Bachelor Nation is
Nashville.
LA, Nashville a little bit, and San Diego.
Did Caitlin Bristow already live in Nashville, or did she move to Nashville?
She moves. Caitlin's Canadian.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I think she moved to Nashville with Sean
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
because Sean
Okay,
was
cool.
already here.
Okay,
Caitlin's
cool.
Canadian.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
great. Well, I'm excited for her. LA's great. She has a lot of alum there. There's a lot of people there.
And Rachel lives with Genevieve. Rachel and Genevieve are roomies.
Apparently. Well, yeah,
we
she
see that?
commented something. It was in the article. Like, she commented something like, can't wait to be with you, roomie, something like that. So
Yeah.
that's going to be a fun house. That's
Yeah.
They're going to have a lot of fun. All right.
Are we going to break down the episode?
No. No,
right.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Fine.
Okay, fine.
Let's just break it down real quick because I mean it's already Thursday, so we could do just a little quick breakdown. Yeah.
Yeah, just what
All right.
stood out to you guys? Because I mean, this week I was like, geez.
Okay. Well.
I was in tears last week. This week I was like, oh god.
So
Oh yeah, I feel like I was shaking my head a lot.
I think the biggest thing this week is split week finally ended. Well, first we see Lace go home. Sad for Lace, but you know clearly Rodney is into Eliza. Lace goes home. I think that was the big thing at the start of Monday.
I literally feel for her so much. It's so sad.
Yeah, it was sad. It was sad. Victoria Fuller goes on a date with Alex during the split week. Johnny's on the beach. Can't wait to see Victoria. Surprise, she's now dating somebody else, but still, we think they still like each other. Split
Right.
weekends, you see Brandon and Serene run on the beach, hug, kiss. They're so happy to see each other.
And
If
say
I
I
had-
love you.
Yeah. And if I had to guess, like I remember our season, we had to leave one day because of the tropical storm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just because how intense Paradise is, like that one day, I remember thinking like, oh wow, like I miss Serena. That's kind of crazy that I feel that way.
It was also terrifying because we thought we were getting blown away as well.
Yeah, and you know, I may miss myself because I might die. But I would say after, like they all said it was a week. So I would say they probably, during that week, probably didn't even realize it, but fell harder for each other because they, you know, when you miss somebody, you want something you can't have.
Is it just me, or does it seem like there hasn't been a rose ceremony in like so long?
Forever.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
Do
just
you
been
guys-
date after date after date.
I
you
almost
guys-
tweeted, are there rose ceremonies anymore on this show? Because I feel like I haven't seen one in a long time.
Right.
Were y'all
and then-
surprised that Rick and Olu didn't get to go to the beach? They just had to leave.
I tweeted that. I'm so surprised they didn't get
Yeah,
to go
I
to the
was
beach
surprised.
and like just see what was going on. But also, was there anyone single on the beach? We had the Australian girl that's on the beach. Remind me of her
Oh
name.
yeah, Florence.
Florence.
Yeah.
We haven't Flo. We haven't seen her much, but is she in? Like, 'cause I don't know. Was she up for dating someone?
Well,
Like,
yeah, she
is there-
could have made a connection with I don't know
Yeah, because I
Also,
don't.
someone
like-
at the other house.
Because if
Also,
everyone else was already in a relationship, then just to put them through that would have just would have sucked. You know
True,
what I mean?
true.
and
true.
the two Australians on the show, I mean, they're flying from Australia, so you know, you gotta stay there a little bit.
Also,
feel
another
like-
question: were you guys surprised? What was your response to Aaron and Genevieve's emotional reunion? I didn't know Aaron had it in him.
Yeah,
But I'm
that's
proud
all.
of him. I'm proud
Yeah.
of him.
I did all day. He's my favorite person on the beach right now. I love him so much. This is all he, I'm sorry to bring this up, but like he's a one woman guy. He's a one woman guy. You
Their
know what I
reunion,
mean?
it was sweet. It was so sweet
Yeah.
and endearing, and it made me happy. I know Genevieve was stressed as hell, but
He's having a very different paradise than last year.
oh yeah,
Yeah, Aaron to
He's
me
doing
is the most satisfying to watch because you see you saw him last year and nothing worked and he went on a million dates and it's how a lot of people do Paradise. So to see him come back and to be happy and to be in a relationship and to be committed, it's nice. It's nice seeing that side of Aaron.
Yeah, and he wanted that, I think, with Tammy by putting all his eggs in that basket, and it just didn't work out with Tammy, right? And so now he did that with Genevieve, and it seems like it's working. And it's like the constant reassurance, I think, that he gives her. Mm-hmm. That's also very endearing to watch as a viewer. Like,
but
every girl wants to hear that, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But stay tuned because we see in the teaser next week, Genevieve is not happy again. She's storming out.
Damn, I didn't see the teaser.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go on a limb and say Genevieve is a self-sabotager. Because after what I'm seeing right now, I'm like,
oh yeah, she gets in her head
so much.
Oh, something else I just thought about. The whole Shanae Logan thing. Like Shanae was off doing her thing, wanting to be in the boom boom room with Tyler. But then she comes back to the beach and she's pissed that Logan has moved on.
What happened between Shanae and Tyler? Do we know?
It was just like, he switched to Brittany.
I know, but it was the way that it was aired. It was like something happened that we didn't see.
Here's the thing. Shanae, in my opinion, can't really be mad at Logan because they both basically did the same thing. Yeah. I personally thought Kate was like
ballsy.
a little no, but she was just like, it was like drop the whole like you hate Shanae, Shanae's the worst. Like you weren't even on her season that long, like Clayton's season that long for you to hate her this much. So I just felt like, listen, you won Logan, just let it be. And I felt like she kept like wanting to talk to Shanae, and I was like, I don't want to.
I almost felt like too when Logan came back to Kate and was like, "Oh, I'm all in on you." Kate was going to be like deflated because like she got the prize and she was like, "Oh well,
yeah,
okay, I guess I want you back still." The memes of Logan's face in that freaking massage thing was so funny too.
It was so good. Listen, calling Logan to clickbait. I mean, there's so many things that we have to talk about with this man.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah, we got a lot of chats.
Well, you know what? I think we have Brandon here. He's waiting to jump on. He's going to answer all our questions. So why don't we just bring him in right now? He's one of my favorite people to watch on the show. Everyone, please welcome Brandon to the podcast. Brandon, what's up? Is this your second time on Clickbait, right?
Yeah. First time was on Michelle's season.
L-O-V-E.
Yeah. All right, Brandon. Let's talk about the show. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lots have changed since you have been on Clickbait last time.
So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. As a viewer, and I try to take myself away since like when I watch, I try to pretend like I was never there. But watching it truly seems like there's one real love story right now, and that's you and Serene. You guys both seem to be really into each other. We saw you guys. We'll talk about coming back from split week. But what was it about Serene, that first day on the beach that you were like, I'm really into this girl?
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously I didn't make it like unknown on Clayton season. Like I was on my Instagram, like commenting on Clayton season, and like I made it known that I was interested in Serene and Teddy. So, I mean, just like, I gotta let you know, like when I got there, so when I watched it, it was like, hey, hello, you want to make out? And I was like, yo, like there was like hours of conversation before like all that. And my mom was like, wow, you're bold for that. Like you're crazy for that. I would never. And I was like, well, yeah. So pretty much I get up there and, you pull up in the SUV and you're about to go talk to Jessie. And I pulled up and I guess she was like one of the first people on the beach. And I was so excited to meet like, a couple of the girls who, I heard who were going to be there, but I didn't know for sure if they're going to be there when I was, firsthand. So pulled up and then they pull me to the side and I see one SUV go by. And I'm like, okay, I'll wait. I see another one go by and I was like, okay. And then like 4 hours later, I'm in my head and I'm like, yo, like as soon as I get down there, I'm a bolt to who I'm interested in. Like, I'm not gonna waste any time. So
Which by the way, is, in my opinion, is the best move. The best move you can make day one. But keep going.
Yeah. Yes, because like I missed all the boys. It's good to like have that reunion. But I realized like I was gonna be one of the last people to be there. And in my head, I'm like, yo, like all the guys are talking to all the girls and like they're already making
no.
connections. And I'm just
And they
spinning in my
weren't.
head. They kept me there. They kept me
And
there.
they
They're
were
like,
not. Watching
They
it
were
back, you're
not.
like,
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
were not.
they didn't talk
They
to
were not.
anybody.
Yeah, they didn't talk to nobody. And I'm like, man, like Andrew's down there. Every girl wants to meet him. Like Michael's down there. Like, oh, I'm gonna have to like right out the gate. So I talked to Jesse, and I was like, yo, Jesse, it's great talking to you, but like, yo, send me down them steps right now. He's like, oh, go get your girl. I was like, okay, cool. And yeah, so I went down. I said, what's up to the boys? I got myself a drink. I chugged the drink. And I was like, all right, that's the liquid courage I need. Like, let's get this done. And yeah, so first I walked up, and Serene and Teddy and Genevieve were all sitting on, what are they called?
Daybed.
Palapas?
Yeah,
Daybed.
Palapas.
Daybed,
Yeah.
whatever, palapa.
And I was like, this is perfect. Like, I wanted to meet all three of you. Like, this is perfect. And yeah, and I saw Serene, and she just looked gorgeous. And I was like, yo, I definitely want to talk to you first. And I didn't want to waste any time. And yeah, so I'm like, yo, I know you're probably making connections on this beach. And she like stopped me. She's like, nah, like I've been here first. I've been here for several hours, and only one person has talked to me. And I was like, okay,
Nice.
all right. So
Wait,
I
were
was
you
like,
last? Did you come in last?
I was like second to last,
Oh,
second or
Okay.
third to last.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she expressed to me she's been there for like 6 hours or something like that, and only one person talked to her. I was like, oh, well, hello, my name's Brandon. Like, how's it going? How are you doing? And then yeah, we just talked, and I'm pretty sure it was the tequila that kicked in when I was like, oh, you got
Oh, it
kissing
helps.
eyes, and yeah, and so somehow it worked, but it was yeah. So that's how it happened, and then I was like, it's great talking to you. We kissed, and I was like, oh wow, like I'm probably the 30th person, because I watched your guys' season, and everybody was kissing on the first day. I was like, oh okay, so I'm late to the game and whatever.
Yeah, but
so,
we waited till nighttime. You guys did it. You
Oh,
guys
like
did it
full
early.
day.
Yeah.
You guys did it. You guys did not wait.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
was
guess we
gonna
didn't
say
wait.
it seemed like it was super early when people kissed on this season.
yeah.
And that first day,
But
that
when you
first
feel it,
day-
you feel it.
That first day truly does feel like a month. Like, because
It's
so
your
long.
adrenaline's going, everybody's on this high, and like people are nervous and excited.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
I feel like we
so-
called Brandon and Serene, right? Before Paradise. And normally when like a bunch of people like predict a relationship, it doesn't always work out. So it was nice to see
Yeah.
that you guys were actually like interested. And we're like, yes.
Yeah,
Well, I can
so
tell
thought-
you
Nailed it.
this, Brandon. Before I went on Paradise, I said I'm interested in Serena, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what I went for.
And
So,
they're engaged.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
So
Did the same thing you did.
Love it. I was also interested in Teddy. You guys didn't
Right.
see it, but I also talked to Teddy right after.
Right
and
after.
I thought I was gonna actually like kind of like start a relationship with Teddy on the beach.
oh,
Like when I got
Wait,
there, I was like,
After you
After?
kissed, after
no,
you kissed her.
oh well, not after I kissed
Oh,
Serene, but like when
okay.
I got to the
Oh,
beach, it was like
okay.
I thought like I was gonna be like, yeah, because I knew Andrew was talking to Teddy, on the beach when I got there. They gave me like the rundown real quick, like who's talking to who. And, Andrew expressed like he was interested in Teddy, and I was like, okay, cool. I'll talk to Serene and I'll talk to Teddy after. And yeah, the vibe I got from Teddy, she was like, yeah, like Andrew's great. I think you're great too. We'll just see how it goes. And Andrew got the date card, and just kind of like me and Serene focused, like she was into me, which is crazy. I was like, yo, what? Like there was punks on the beach, like, and I was like over like Jacob with the leaf, like you talking to me, like that's crazy. And,
Don't be
But,
modest. Don't be
Yeah.
modest over here, this guy. All right, so wait, let's talk. All right, so you guys have a very romantic, incredible one-on-one date. But before you get
Yeah.
that date, would you, or do you think she would have gone on a date with somebody else? Like, let's say somebody else got that date card and asked you or
Yeah.
asked her. What was your situation
Yeah.
before that date?
See, I'm so excited to give you guys all the juice, because this
Ooh,
was
yes.
all cut out. Like a lot of it was cut out. But yeah, so Rodney came on the beach and she expressed to me that, hey, like, I know we're having a thing, but I'm also open to like we had a conversation saying she was open to Rodney. And like if
Oh.
Rodney asked her, she most definitely was gonna go. And
Really? Okay.
You know,
Wow.
I'm sitting there, I'm like, you know what? Like, yeah, I want you to explore this, because if you come back and you decide like you don't want Rodney and you want me over Rodney, like that's enough clarity to me, you know.
At least she was honest about it. And
She was
checked
honest.
you.
Like we
A
had a
lot of people
straightforward
don't.
conversation. Yeah. And so yeah, and I just like in my head, I think I said on TV too, but I was like, damn, like me and Rodney about to date the same girl again. Like it's about to happen all over again. And so
Yeah.
but yeah, so she was about to go on a date with Rodney, and I thought Rodney was gonna choose her, especially when he came up, but I guess, you know, he was waiting for Teddy or whatever the case was. So it's crazy.
There you go.
It's
Do you
crazy.
think knowing both of them, do you think they would have hit it off, or you think it would have just been more platonic?
Oh, I don't think you would have saw the same love story that we're seeing now.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think
Yeah.
Rodney could hit it
It's
off
'cause, like,
with anybody, yeah, but you and Serene just makes sense.
Anybody. So,
Yeah, Rodney's
but
just the best.
yeah.
I will say this, usually in Paradise, something that I've noticed, the stronger couple, like you said, a lot of that was cut out, but usually the stronger couples, they really start showcasing at the end when it matters. So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I am definitely looking forward to watching that. Okay, so tell us about this date, because you saw her, you started like tearing up. I saw on Twitter, everybody was like, Brandon's the sweetest guy ever. I'm like, this fucking guy. This guy, he's getting America to love him. Tell us about, tell us about that date and how it went down.
Yeah, so pretty much like leading up to the date, we spent like as much time as possible together. Like, you know, I got to meet everyone, but I realized like my eyes were set on Serene. Like we started napping together. We started like, you know, we would get breakfast together. We would do like these little things. I'd try like these cute things on the beach for her and stuff like that. And, you know, drama was popping off at every single corner. And, you know, so I was like, I'm just glad I have you away from the drama and we can like actually like focus on us. And the date, I got the date card and I was so excited, and everything was leading up to that. And you can ask people on the beach, like my feelings were like growing enormously like every single day. And I just realized like having like all these talks, you kind of like, it's kind of like a self-therapy in a little way, like
For sure.
like a little counseling session. Like you get to know your feelings a little bit better because you're actually saying them out loud. And you know, yeah, and I was so excited to go on the date, and I was also nervous as hell because, like, you know me, like being the corny guy who falls in love kind of quickly. Like, I was like, yo, I'm about to tell this girl I'm falling in love, and she's about to be like, yeah, that's great. Like, I have strong feelings, you know, like, so.
Yeah.
But nah, the date went great, and we talked for like a long time. It went longer than what we saw, but it was a great day. Like, it was a great date, and yeah, I didn't know that she got teary-eyed after and everything like that, and I was going through the emotions and stuff like that. So
it's nerve-wracking. I mean, how nervous were you when you said, you know, I'm falling in love with you? How nervous were you?
Oh, I'm so glad like there was a tablecloth and everything there because my knee was shaking, like shaking. Yeah. And she was grabbing my hand and like squeezing it because she saw like my knee was like going crazy, and she was like, "Okay, you're about to tell me something important." I was like, "Yeah, I am." And so, yeah, so I was like, it was like my heart was racing. I thought I was gonna faint, like, you know, and just having an energy drink before, like I'm buzzing. I'm like, yo, like I gotta get this out, like. So
it's so funny that the signs of falling in love in Paradise is napping together. And
it is
eating
That's
breakfast together. It's like, yep, this is it. They're letting us nap. We're in love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If they don't let you nap, then you're probably in some bullshit.
If you're not napping, if you're not napping, you're fucked.
I didn't take one nap in Paradise. Let me
Not
tell
a
y'all.
single nap.
Not one.
Not a single nap.
Not one nap.
I'm letting you know, I had to nap. I had to nap. Like, oh my gosh. And I was so glad that she was on the same page. She was like, yo, I'm right there with you. And we're sweating together, napping and everything like that. I was like, if you can do this with me, we're doing life.
Oh,
like
Joe and
that.
Serena napped.
That's
Big
easy.
Yeah,
nappers.
all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big nappers, those two. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Serene, seeing her tear up. You know, of course you didn't see that in the moment. Is there
Yeah.
anything else about that we've seen so far that has surprised you? Like that moment, of course, was like crazy. I was like, Serene, don't do this, to me,
Yeah.
girl. But is there anything else that you've seen that has surprised you? That, of course, that was in an ITM or that you didn't know yet that she said to the girls.
Yeah, I think it was split week, like, because when Lace came down, it didn't show, but she was like, all the girls are making connections, like even your girl, and that's when I was like,
Oh, she said that to you?
yeah, like even your girl, like all the girls back there. are
Oh,
making
that's why you were
connections.
stressing. You were like, what about
I
Serene?
was stressed. Yeah, I was like, what about Serene? Like, what about
Yeah.
Serene? Like, how can I get more info? Like, Ronnie's on his way, but like before he gets here, like, can you give me the lowdown? Like, and so that's when you saw me like kind of spiraling. I was like, like it's all about to happen all over again. Like, man, I can't take another heartbreak. You know what I mean?
No,
So,
that girl was in her room the whole time.
she's in. Yeah,
You ain't
she's
gotta
on-
worry.
So let's go to let's go to this episode. So they get back from split week.
Yeah. Oh,
And you
gosh,
guys
y'all-
obviously
y'all
like
saw me
nobody.
run, huh?
Yeah, obviously nobody likes split week, but in my opinion, I would think it probably made your relationship stronger because you really started thinking about like how you actually feel about this girl. And then seeing her, did you feel like relief, like she wasn't talking to any guys? Like, tell us about that.
You almost lost your shit.
Oh,
You
Yeah.
almost
yeah.
panicked.
Oh, close. So, it definitely, like, how do I put this? It definitely like made our relationship stronger, but it also like put a huge halt on a relationship because I knew I wasn't going to do anything. She knew that she wasn't going to do anything. And some behind the scenes stuff is like, you guys didn't see, but when the girls were leaving and they were having like their mental breakdown going into the van, I actually ran up to the van, hugged Serene, kissed her, and let her know like everything's gonna be okay. I'm gonna be here waiting for you until you get back. And so I think it was a huge relief, but it put like a huge like halt on a relationship because like we were progressing, we knew we wanted to be with one another, and like you only have a certain amount of time before you get engaged, and this is a whole week. And so like each day feels like a year, and I was like, I'm losing it. I was losing it. And so just because she was like my go-to, like if I was feeling some type of way, I would go and talk to her and she'd make me feel better and things
She was
like
ready
that.
to go
So,
snatch you up and leave. She was like, Brandon will leave with me. Watch.
yeah,
I'm
she
gonna
was
get
like,
him. We'll
"He'll
go get in
with
the
me."
van.
And I'm playing sharks and minnows with Aaron in the pool and stuff like that. So,
But I guess in a way it is like it's probably, it's early on in your relationship, but because of the situation, your relationship is stronger than it would be in the real world. But I guess it's almost like your first real world challenge, right?
Yeah,
like it's the first time you guys get separated, and then like
Being
you
apart,
could potentially actually be tempted. So I think it says something about both of you and your loyalty towards each other that neither of you did.
yeah.
So yeah. I
think
mean,
about
it was nice to watch because I didn't have to feel any anxiety for either of you.
Yeah,
And
We're just like Brandon spiraling. Brandon, he's spiraling.
Oh.
He's spiraling. He has no reason to spiral, but he's
mean-
spiraling.
Yeah,
I mean-
Andrew's like talking you off a ledge, like, man, just hang out
Yeah.
with us. What are you doing?
bro, I'm telling you, I was going through it. And like seeing everyone get hurt multiple times and like
Oh yeah.
seeing people cry and knowing like, yo, Lace, how did you get there? Like, how did you get from one place to here? And like during this time when Rodney's like exploring a connection that he's been trying to like, there's a lot of things. I was like, yo, like it just like I was so sick of every single day seeing someone get hurt. And like that took it, and I was like, yo, I'm next. Like I'm the next one. So
Do you think that's because of your experience on Bachelorette? Is like that where that fear came from?
oh yeah, like that definitely implanted a fear for sure. And like, it's something that I dealt with and something that, I moved on from, but also it's like, it's always going to be there, like
Yeah.
it's inevitable. So,
So,
Yeah, I just didn't handle it too well, I guess.
well, I also want to know. So before we get to the like big reunion,
Hmm.
after Bachelorette, I mean, they showed a clip, and I said, oh, well, every time they showed a clip, I'm like, Brandon. But what did you do to prepare for Paradise? Like, I mean, of course, your heart was broken. You had to go talk to yourself, do some, I don't know,
Yeah,
therapy, whatever it is. But what did
yeah,
you do to prepare for Paradise to get over that situation?
yeah. So pretty much I just like worked on myself. So like I got into a routine. I made sure I surrounded myself by people who were positive and like saw things in a better light when I was like negative at times and things like that. And I got a bunch of advice from like people who have previously been on the show and like the mistakes they made and like how they wish they could have done things better and things like that. So like not speaking, not like, hey, I'm going to go hang out with, people before the show and things like that. And trying to avoid myself. Like, yeah, of course, I had like 2 FaceTime conversations that lasted 10 minutes with a couple of the girls, like in a group setting and friendly, like, yeah, like that was a thing is like, people on this show, they all talk before. And like we saw with Romeo and Kira and Jill and like hanging out in a club and, kissing and stuff like that. And it's like, I try to avoid myself from that. But also like, you know, I get a FaceTime and it's Genevieve and it's Teddy and it's Jill and it's Rachel in a room saying like, hi, hello, like, how are you
Right.
doing? And things like that. It's like, yeah, like I'll have a friendly conversation, but just like mentally, like ensuring that I'm taking all the necessary steps to like do this 100% the right way,
Right.
because I want to make sure like I do it the right way and I give my all one more time. And if it doesn't work out, it just wasn't in the deck of cards.
Wasn't in
for
the
me,
cards,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's
Because
what
Let's-
you knew you wanted to make a genuine connection, so it might as well
100%.
be on the beach.
It might as well, yeah. And so that's what I'm saying is like I had a FaceTime with Teddy and all them, and like Teddy's the one who caught my eye. I was like, yo, Teddy might be it. But obviously seeing Serene on the screen, she caught my eye as well. And so I was like, yo, I want it to be natural though. Like I don't want you to know anything about me. Like I'll have a friendly conversation, but I'm not gonna like, yeah, so this is where I'm from and this and that and like things like that. Like save it for the beach. Like I want it
Yeah.
to be natural. I want it to be fluent and I want it to be right. I just wanted it to be right. And again, like if it's not in the deck of cards for me, it's not in the deck of cards for me. But at least I know I did it the right way.
Yeah. I'm
That
more
makes-
so.
Yeah.
I'm more so was speaking just like about your mental, because you seem so solid.
mental.
As just, yeah.
Oh.
Not like all the who that is and whatever. I mean, like you
Oh.
mentally, seeing you on Bachelorette,
Oh,
being heartbroken, to coming to the beach, and now you're clearly, just like a person
Ready.
who's ready to give your
Yeah.
heart to another person. And it's just like there is a mental there's mental work, there's
Yeah.
emotional work, there's things that you do in order to get ready to put yourself back out there, is what I meant. I didn't mean all the
yeah.
other stuff.
No,
You know
you're
what I
good.
mean?
Yeah. My fault. Yeah. So pretty much mental, like I struggled at first. I'm not gonna lie. Like I definitely struggled hard at first, and mentally, like it was just like again, like working on myself, surrounding myself by the right people, make sure I'm surrounded by my family, and like making sure I'm surrounded by people who love me and like understand that like yo, like we love you for you, don't ever change, like don't try to be someone
Right.
different, like we love you for you. And hearing that multiple times a day and like working on myself and building myself and getting to the gym and like surrounding myself by work and like at first I kept myself busy as possible. And so that's what I'm saying, like I didn't do the best, like I wasn't like, I was like pushing it down and like no, like it's okay, I'm not going to deal with this right now, like there's too much going on. And so I think it's
Yes.
just like coming to that terms, like yo, I'm going to have to deal with this. Sometimes it's going to get worse if I keep holding on to this.
Yes.
And so
Wow.
that's how I worked on it. But you'll see later, like I worked on that for myself, but I didn't know that going into Paradise, I didn't work on the mental health of seeing the people who you love and care about, sad and cry and heartbroken. And so I worked on myself, but I didn't work on myself enough. I didn't have enough to give to like other people because I was still like,
Are you super
working,
empathetic?
like-
You seem like you're super empathetic and you're like hurting when your
It's
people are hurting.
Oh, it's a gift and a curse. It's
Mm-hmm.
literally a gift and a curse because
Yeah.
like you got to look at it and be like, yo, I want to stay out of it. I want to stay out of it. Like, don't involve myself. I don't need to be involved. But also, like, that's the one I care about hurting, and I have to involve myself, and I have to be like, yo, like, how can I help you? How can I make this better? If you're crying, I might cry too. Like, make you like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a gift and a curse. It's a gift and a curse because it
Well,
weighs on
I'm
your
the
mental
same.
health. Because like, yeah, so
Yeah,
man,
I'm the same too.
let's talk about the beach because so you and Serene, you guys are good and I'm assuming are going to be better and stronger than ever. But your boy on the beach, Johnny, was kind of in the same situation as you. So
Yeah.
now you see like what could have happened to you actually happened to
Yeah.
him. Just like talk about that, just being a friend and watching him go through that.
yeah. So again, that was one of the hardest things. Is like I put myself in their shoes. I was like, yo, if she went on a date with Rodney, I'd be like Johnny right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, the only
Yeah.
thing is Victoria was asking, some great questions like, where are your career goals, like what in life? Because, like it doesn't just end here. Like if I'm going to be with you, it's gotta, it's gonna,
Did you and
I
Serene
gotta
already
know.
have that conversation, by the way?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that was before the whole falling in love because I was like, I don't want to waste my time if like, you know, I need to know you're here for the right reason. So I'm going to express that to you. But
Gotcha.
Right in the beginning.
yeah, in the beginning, it's just like, we don't have a lot of time here. Like I'm trying to find my person. If it's not you, I don't want to hold you from your person, things like that. So, but I saw Johnny going through it and it's like watching that happen right in front of you. And you're seeing all these like beautiful or wild camera moments where Johnny's like Alex pulling Victoria and Johnny's like, oh man, like it's hard, it's tough. And then he's confiding in me and we're having like we bonded. Like me and Johnny went on dates while the girls were gone. Like we hung out. Me, him, and Aaron were like eating dinner together and we're like, hey, like just joking around and like, hey, what can I get for you? Can I get you this? And like, yeah, we were all three in like a bromance until the girls got back. And so yeah, it was tough. It was tough. And
Yeah.
I just saw myself like, hey, if that was, Rodney talking to her and stuff, like that's how I would feel. You know what I mean? So it's just tough.
Yeah.
You never want to see someone you want to be with kissing someone else. And like, seeing that with not only that, but also like, Shanae and the Logan and Kate thing, like, when it's happening right in front of you, it does something to you.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, yeah, so.
Did you have who were you, I don't want to say side, but what's your opinion on the whole Kate, Logan, Shanae drama?
Who
It
do you
was
think is
messy.
a better fit for Logan?
I mean, okay, out of what? Kate, Shanae, Sarah.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Are we?
Yeah.
There's
are we-
another one in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I don't know. So, oh man, see, I try to stay out of it, but okay, I'll give you this. So, I think that Shanae and Logan may not have been the best fit. I think Kate and Logan were a better fit. I felt for Shanae truly, like I truly felt for Shanae, like, going through that. But also I saw that Shanae was trying to go to the boom boom room with Tyler.
Oh.
And then she came back and was like, Logan, how come you're doing this to me?
Yeah.
And so I kind of got me confused a little bit.
Well, it's rejection,
As we all were, that was a little
Yeah.
contradictory.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I was like, yeah. So, I think Shanae was kind of hurt because Tyler ended up with Brittany and I think they were like match made for sure right off the bat. But yeah, I just like, she tried to take him to the boom boom room, then try to get Logan back. But Logan was exploring other options just like she was. But he actually found a new option. I don't think Logan should have done it in front of Shanae whatsoever. I don't see that going well in any scenario, especially with Shanae. But yeah, so I think, Kate was a better fit, but at the same time, it like, who knows? I
Nice.
guess it's just like who knows.
What
All right,
surprised
well-
you the most about Split Week? Was it that? Was it the Shanae and Kate and Logan thing?
I think the thing that I think other beside Lace coming back, I think it was just I think it was just like, oh man, like Geometry Beach, like literally like when Split Week happened, like all these different like angles and like Sarah's friends with Kate, Logan's friends with Jacob, Kate seeing Jacob, Sarah seeing Logan, and then they
Right.
switch.
Oh yeah, that was wild.
And then
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, and I'm sitting there with, Johnny and Aaron, we're watching it, eating mango ice cream and just like, we're like, oh yeah, how's this going to play out? Like, yeah, like
You
this
guys
is gonna
had
be
you
wild.
guys had mango ice cream there?
Yeah, wait a second.
Oh, so the greatest thing in paradise was this vanilla ice cream and they chop up fresh mango and they mix it in there. Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Why did
Okay.
nobody
See,
tell
we-
us about
we-
this?
Okay.
That is
I thought
that
you
is a
meant.
good combo.
Yeah, I thought you
it was a
meant
great
like
combo.
actual like like mango ice cream. Like
I
Oh, I
never
mean,
had
like,
ice cream on that
it
damn
was kinda
beach.
like-
I'm mad.
it was,
I stayed away
kinda
from
like
ice
a-
cream.
you can get like the mango blended and then throw the ice cream in there and then it would blend all into like a mango ice cream. You can get it like however you want, but it was like, it
Freaking
was the
Baskin
greatest
Robbins
thing.
down there.
I had
It was
them.
the
I had them
greatest
make me when I was there. I had them make me chocolate shakes
Oh,
because they have the Haagen-Dazs there.
I had
What the heck?
smoothies.
I was
Smoothies
eating
you
was my
guys-
go-to.
chicken nuggets the whole
Yeah.
time.
Oh, chicken nuggets. Oh,
Fire.
Yeah, was that?
Late
Yeah, I was
night
going to
chicken
ask you
nuggets.
what was your go to what was your go to meal down there?
I mean, chicken nuggets and French fries, hands
Absolutely.
Yeah, us too.
Hands
Ugh,
down.
I can't with the
That
milk.
was that's what was frustrating. Like me and Serene's best conversations was when we had chicken nuggets and ice cream. So when Casey fainted, when Peter was getting yelled at, we were on the palapa up top watching it all with a whole tray of chicken nuggets and fries.
That's the
and we're
best
just
place
like,
to be,
wow.
honestly. You're like, do you
Oh.
want to watch the drama over here or over there?
Over here,
Oh,
over
yeah,
there,
that
like,
was
yeah,
funny.
like where do you want to go? Yeah, so I was like, you want to go back to our spot and like get the whole
Popcorn.
view, or like, yeah. So
I love that.
But yeah,
Um,
chicken nuggets and fries, hands down,
Yeah.
hands
Yeah.
down.
That's the
Okay.
best.
Well, we have a game to play with you.
Oh wait,
Oh.
before
Oh, yeah.
before we do, Brandon, you got to give us a little tease. Don't tell us too much, but tease a little
Oh, yeah.
bit of paradise. What's to come?
A lot more crying. A
From
lot
you?
more
No,
crying.
no.
Oh yeah, you're about to see me cry for sure. You're gonna see. It's gonna be so many different twists, and it happens like day after day after day after day. You're not gonna know what's gonna happen. Things like you think things are gonna calm down, they don't.
Oh God.
Oh, God.
Just strap in, buckle up, call
Okay.
life alert. Yeah, it's
Call
gonna
life
get crazy. It's
All
gonna
right,
get
I love
crazy.
that.
Oh, no.
I love that.
Strapped in.
All right, let's
Click,
play a
click.
little game. Let's play a little game.
Yeah, so we're gonna ask you some rapid fire questions. And you have
Okay.
to tell me the first person that comes to mind. Reminder that it has to be people that we've already seen on the beach. No
Okay, I
one
got
that we
you.
haven't seen yet come on the beach. Okay?
I got you.
Biggest flirt on the beach.
Jacob,
Most dramatic on the beach.
Lace,
Life of the party. Sorry, life of the party.
Rodney,
Most likely to be found sleeping on a daybed.
your guy.
You guys have everyone that we've asked that question. It's been you guys, by the way.
Yeah, me and
Yes.
Serene.
hmm Most surprising hookup so far.
Ooh, I think it was, Sierra and Michael. I think that was surprising.
Best dress.
Oh, Andrew.
Biggest glow up from their season.
Shanae.
Oh, we've heard her before. Someone else said her. Biggest gossip on the beach.
Oh gosh, y'all
Who had
gonna get me
all
in
the tea?
trouble. Who had
Who
all
all-
the tea?
Yeah,
I
who
think it
had
was
all the
Kate.
tea? Kate had all the tea.
Had
Okay.
all the tea.
The biggest what the fuck moment on Paradise so far to you?
Lace coming in.
Oh, okay. The couple that is most likely to get married on that beach.
I mean, let's say Aaron and Genevieve.
Okay, okay.
Oh no, let's say this. No, scratch that. Let's say Shanae and Genevieve.
Yeah.
At least you know.
Did not see that
Shanae
coming.
didn't see it
not
coming.
see that coming.
No. Okay. Thank you so much. We are strapped in. We are buckled in.
Buckle
We are
in.
ready for the rest of the season. And it has been, I mean, you and Serene getting together after the split. Beauty.
Guys, my run was, I swear, I thought I was like Baywatch out there running to her, like looking smooth, but like
We
my
felt
arms
that.
are flailing. Like, oh gosh, it was bad. It was bad. Oh man.
I'm
But,
sorry.
nah,
I'm sorry. I didn't even realize. I didn't even look at you. I was too like Serene looked so beautiful. She was like, "I'm gonna wear this
Gorgeous.
when I see my man again. I'm gonna
Mhm.
wear this."
yeah.
Yeah,
And
so-
yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you for
Brandon,
coming on.
thank
Appreciate
you.
you guys.
Thank you for
I
coming on.
appreciate
We
you
really
guys.
appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Peace out.
Yeah,
Thanks
thanks.
for inviting me.
Bye.
Take care.
Brandon, and Serene, they are the people's favorite right now, in my
They're
opinion.
cute.
They're
They're
the love
real
story.
cute.
They are.
They
I
are.
hope it. Even talking to him, I feel like it ended good for him, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I
Yeah.
hope so.
He
I don't want to
seems-
see this man cry again.
I'm telling you. But that's why when he said, I was like, "Are you gonna cry?" Because I don't want to see it. Every
He
time I
said
see that clip,
yes.
I'm like, "Ugh."
I
But
hope
maybe it's for his
happy
friends.
tears.
He's an empath. That was a good question.
He
too.
is.
He's an
Yeah,
empath.
he is for sure. You can tell. Like it weighs on him heavy. But I'm excited to see the rest of the season. We're strapped in. Thank you so much to our listeners for being here and also to Brandon. Don't forget to catch new episodes of Bachelor in Paradise every Monday and Tuesday on ABC or stream on Hulu.
Yes, and as always, make sure to subscribe and submit all your questions. We want to know what clickbait you want us to get into, what Bachelor Nation you want us to break us down. Make sure to follow us at ClickbaitBN on Instagram. All the links to all our other social pages are right there.
And share your stories with us. We want to know what clickbait you guys are looking at this week. Clickbait is available on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or wherever you listen. You can listen ad-free by subscribing to Wondery Plus in Apple Podcasts or the Wondery app. We will see you guys next week for more clickbait.